Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's Fireside Chat. It's Michael Simpson here, the operating partner with Keller Williams Coastal Properties here in Long Beach, California. You know, you heard that I recently took a leadership boot camp that was 2 full days, and what we did with that is we shared some information with our ALC that was about an hour and a half. And I thought what I'd do today is just share with you just a few clips from that material. So here we go. All right, here we are. This is creating a balanced life, and hopefully you can see that okay. Creating a balanced life. Creating a life that has balance promotes focus in all aspects of that life. If you have balance in your life, you don't regret time spent away from your family and friends while you're at work. When you have balance, you know that you will care for your work responsibilities and your mind is solely on your family and friends when you're spending time with them. So here is a balanced, completely balanced circle of life for this particular person. The work circle, the self circle, and the family and friends circle are all equal. Now this is rare, but this is a perfectly balanced life. What I'd like you to do is take a look at yourself for a minute and draw 3 circles down below or wherever. Take a piece of paper, pause the tape. If I were you, I'd pause the tape and draw yourself. Take a minute and do this. We'll come right back. We'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully you drew yourself. If you didn't, you should. You need to do this. It's very important. And you can take a look at how you're living your life. See, what happens is, for most of us, let's face it, most of us, our work circle is way bigger than our other circles are. And what happens is we start to feel guilty. What happens is we go to work and we don't do what we're supposed to do. So in other words, maybe we play around a little bit more than we should. And I'm not suggesting that you don't get involved in social events at work and team building events. That's fine. Those are important things to do. But when it's work mode, which is in that, especially in that morning time frame of lead generation time, do what you need to do at work. What happens is most people don't do that, and then they go home and they're with their family and friends and they feel guilty because they didn't do what they needed to do while they were at work. Phone rings, and so they're answering their phone when they're at home when they shouldn't be answering their phone when they're at home, and this vicious cycle just keeps going backwards and forwards, and you continually are feeling guilty about the way you're living your life. If you focus at work and you're in your work mode at work, and you focus at home and you're in your family and friends mode at home, and you're spending time on yourself and you're not messing around with work during those other times, then you've got an equally balanced life, and that's what we're here to help you do. I want to encourage you to do that. Now, if you're sitting there saying, my gosh, myself and my family and friends circle is way big and I really need to get more involved in work, well then there you go. The answers are right there in front of you. Hopefully that slide helped you a little bit. The other slide I wanted to share with you today is this. See, what happens when you are, I want to encourage you for the really highly focused people who just work, and don't take any downtime. That's not necessarily a good thing. Because what I like about this is, here's where your dreams show up, folks. Your dreams show up when you are in down zone, when you're in downtime and your mind is clear and it's free, and you're thinking about who you are, what you want to be, where you want to go. That's when the dreams show up. So you want to spend downtime. It's very important for you to do that on a regular basis and just think about where you want to be, where your goals are. Then those dreams show up. Then you can plan to achieve those dreams, and then you can have goals to obtain those dreams. The other thing I want to say about the goals is 85% of the people do not achieve their goals in this world. Why? Well, it's because they don't write them down. It's simply because they don't write them down. 85% of the population does not receive their goals, obtain their goals, only because they don't write them down. So write down your goals, put them out there, let other people know about them. Your chances of achieving them are going to be much, much higher. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. This has to do with team building. Now, as we're looking at this, I want you to look at it in several different ways. You can look at it from the perspective of your office, your ALC, your team. Any of those ways of looking at this are fine. It doesn't apply to just one. It applies to any team building environment. What happens here is, in the beginning, initially as a team forms, energy is flowing out from the leader to all team members. So see the energy flowing out to all the team members. As the team develops, the energy will begin flowing from side to side. Then it starts going back and forth, side to side, zing, 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 side to side. As the team matures, energy will start coming back to the leader. On a high-functioning team, a team with great motivation to achieve your preset objectives, everybody is equidistant and uniformly supportive. So in other words, when a team is really operating at a high level, there's energy going all different directions and everybody's getting energy. Down below, you can see what happens often is that energy cliques develop, or someone begins to feel isolated. These spurs can drain energy from the team as a whole and from you as a leader, infusing the environment with demotivation. You need to recognize if this is happening in your environment, and you need to stop spending energy over here because this energy is being taken away from the team, and instead focus your energy on the areas where energy is highest, and you can continue to grow. So look at your teams and see how they're operating and where do you want to be. Well, you probably want to be in this high-functioning, high-motivation environment. I'm going to show you why. The reason you want to be in that high-function, high-motivating environment is look at this chart. This is the motivational environment here. What is happening now here in this environment is that the team members are achieving their personal goals. When team members are achieving their personal goals, they're a great match for their job, meaning that they're in the right role. You've got the right person on the bus, right in the right seat on the bus, in the right role for the job. The team functions at a high level, and members truly care about one another. When these three elements are in place, their team members are achieving their personal goals. They're a great match for the job, and the team functions at a high level. What you have then is an unstoppable team. When you do not have all three of these things operating at the same time, what you have is demotivation. So you need an environment that is positive with stimuli. So when you've been hearing me talk about this cultural attitude, this positive electric environment, folks, it's critical. It has to happen. You've got to have an environment where it's electric, where people are actually getting energy from each other. So I challenge you to look at the environment that you're in, whether it's your team, your real estate team, whether it's your ALC, whether it's your market center, whether you're watching this and you're not related to real estate at all, whether it's in your office, whatever your situation is, and understand that these three things have to be in place and operating at the same time. For us here at KWCP, Keller Williams Coastal Properties, we are absolutely committed to making this happen. Why? Because we're committed to being unstoppable. So thanks for watching this week, and we'll see you next week.